What's up, y'all? Coming at you with some stimulation breathing, very similar to Wim Hof breathing or breath of fire, if you're familiar with either of those. Basically, we're gonna get your body into somewhat of a stress state to then feel the body relax and come out of it. Really good for preparing us for different challenges, the inevitable stress of life, but also performance or like altitude training. You may have worked on some sort of deep breathing before. Want to touch a little bit on this. This is a great prerequisite to then challenge and get more into our stimulation type of breathing. So with our deep breathing, we want to build on those mechanics that we practiced with our intro, thinking about that 360-degree expansion in all directions, but now adding a little bit of force or a little bit of depth to our inhale. Notice your chest and shoulders might expand a little bit. That's okay. We really want to make sure that we're using this area at least some, though. If we're just all up here, that's what we want to stay away from. But ultimately, we're going to expand from here in 360 degrees in all directions. And just work on getting a little bit deeper. I recommend starting with 10 deep breaths, or maybe even setting a timer for 1, maybe 3 minutes with this. If you'd like, you can even add arm circles. So if this is your first time, I recommend taking about 10 deep breaths like this. Like to breathe in as we come up, exhale as we come down. And it's okay if we breathe in through the nose, breathe in through the mouth, whatever feels best. Once you feel good with that, just adding the depth to our breath, want to start to think about getting into more of a inhalation focus, or where we really get into the stimulation type of breathing. So to do this, we're going to think about breathing in more than we breathe out. Super important that you check yourself, take care of yourself with this, make sure that we're not inducing any lightheadedness, and if you are prone to that or are worried about that, definitely do this with a friend or someone that can watch over you. You can do this lying, standing, wherever you're at, doesn't matter, but either way, we're gonna breathe in more than we exhale. I like to think about this almost like a jellyfish, and now we're gonna breathe in really intense, almost like a jellyfish kind of coming up, and then exhale, soft, almost like it's just suspended in space there. Breathe in, exhale, relax, and exhaling a little bit less than our inhale. We'll hold our last inhale for a little bit, and then exhale nice and easy. Maybe just holding at the bottom here. And at the end, here's a moment where you can start to tap in to a little bit of a stressful state, but under a different perspective. A perspective of okayness, knowing we're okay. We don't necessarily need to breathe. We're not starving ourselves, but we're okay here. Getting used to a little bit less oxygen in our system. Again, not making yourself pass out. As we're ready, just gently letting that breath kind of flow in and out, just a little bit softer. I like to do a couple rounds of this. If it's your first time, maybe just one round. I like to go maybe 3 to 5 rounds so as we build up. Thinking about 15 breaths is a great set, all the way up to maybe 30 plus breaths in one set. A minute or so, a couple breaths, really letting that exhale out in between sets, really letting yourself calm down before we again go into it. A couple things that are important to know as we do this: we are intentionally stressing our body. So you should be elevating our heart rate, blood pressure might be elevated. If these are things that are extra stressful to us or that we've been told to avoid, obviously use your own caution with that. But no, we are intentionally stressing your body so that we are comfortable when life stresses us. A stressful state is something that is inevitable in life. And if we only get there when life throws us out of whack and we're disoriented, it's hard to navigate that perspective. So if we can get there more intentionally, we can practice what it's like to be in a stress state, and then ultimately control a little bit better. Choose the right option. This ultimately could be a life or death situation sometimes, especially if we're using this for altitude training or if we're preparing for our 14er experience through the facility. Awesome. If you got questions, let me know in the comments. Feel free to like, subscribe. Got a lot more breathing videos coming at you. Yeah, enjoy.